Hey, what's up, everybody? Once again, my name is DJ, doing what I do, sitting back here on a Sunday, chilling. And you know what? I don't like that. I don't like that. I was about to change my catchphrase. I said, let me go ahead and see. I'll just say what day it is or whatever. I don't like it. I'm going back to my regular catchphrase because I like my catchphrase. My name is DJ, doing what I do, sitting back here on a Monday, chilling. Actually, it's not Monday. And as you know, it's Sunday. But I like my catchphrase, so I'm keeping my catchphrase. All right, so I want to do this video. I just got finished sitting here watching, on my screen right now, but I just got finished sitting here watching a video on YouTube. I watch other, YouTubers and stuff like that. I normally, when I have to talk about something, I normally don't watch them, okay? Because I don't want their opinion to leak into, what I say to you guys. I want to be talking to you two guys. Now I'm getting on my nerve. I want to be talking to you guys authentically from my own opinion, okay? But, I wasn't even planning on making no video today, but I checked out this other guy's video. And so, now, some people I watch, I like, some people I don't. This guy, I kind of like his channel, actually. His guy named Ramsey Dewey. I hope I'm saying his name right, Ramsey Dewey. And, I follow him. I actually subscribe for his channel. Speaking of which, subscribe to my channel, all right? I want to get some subscribers too, okay? Subscribe to my channel, guys. Before you even go any further, subscribe right now. Go down to the bottom and subscribe, all right? As a matter of fact, push like too. Even if you don't like it, push like too. You can take it off if you don't like it afterwards, but like and subscribe right now. But anyway, I subscribe to his channel, okay? But I'm going to tell you, he be dogging Krav Maga, man. He be dogging Krav Maga. Now, his whole channel is not geared toward dogging Krav Maga, but when Krav Maga come up, he never has anything good to say. So, and he just did a video on MMA, which one's more effective, MMA or Krav Maga, and he spent, I think it's like a 10-minute video, and he spent like 8 minutes of it talking about why Krav Maga sucks. So I had to do a video on my my response to that. Does Krav Maga suck? All right. So let me go right to it. No, it doesn't suck, Ramsey. All right. So let me tell you why. I give 3 reasons. Always 3, sometimes more. I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why it doesn't suck. Okay. And I don't see how anybody can disagree with the with these reasons. Maybe I won't give 3. Maybe I give 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll see what's going on, okay? But Krav Maga, for those who know those who study Krav Maga is a principle-based system, all right? It's based on principles, okay? Based on strategies, principles, however you want to, say it, it's based on principles, okay? And like one of my favorite self-defense books, when Violence is the Answer, says, techniques will get you killed, okay? Principles is what saved your life, okay? Read the book, okay? When Violence is the Answer. Krav Maga is is principle-based system. So let me tell you what our principles are, okay? Now, if you think our principles suck, then you think Krav Maga sucks, okay? If you don't believe in our principles, then by all means, that means you don't believe in Krav Maga, okay? So our number 1 principle here at Krav Maga, okay, is we address the immediate danger. Address the immediate threat first. That's our principle, okay? So that means if somebody is choking you, we got to deal with the choke. Okay, if somebody is holding you down on the ground, we got to deal with getting up. Okay, if somebody has a gun pointed to your head, you have to get out of the line of fire. All right, address the immediate threat or to address the immediate danger is our number 1 principle. So here's my question: do you disagree with that principle? Of course you don't, okay? At least I hope you don't, all right? Because that's a good principle. And by the way, the Krav Maga principles also, you can carry over into your regular life, just like jiu-jitsu or stuff like that. You can carry these principles or this way of thinking over in your problem solving to your regular life. And a lot of my students actually do. Okay, so address the immediate threat is one principle. Okay, another principle is a simultaneous or an immediate counter whenever possible. Okay, in other words, if somebody strike you, you need to strike them back as fast as possible. You want to try to change their offense into defense as quick as possible. Okay? Change their offense into defense as quick as possible. You want to go on the attack. Don't just sit there and be in blocker. You want to quickly, as fast as possible, go on to an attack. That's another principle. Is that a good principle? Of course it's a good principle, okay? That is a good principle, all right? You want to counter strike as fast as you possibly can. Same time if possible, okay? But a lot of times you can't do it same time, so you have to do it as fast as possible, okay? What's another one of our principles? No retreat, no surrender. And this comes straight from Israel, okay? They ain't retreating. That's why nobody fuck with them, because they know they're not going to retreat and they're not going to surrender. You got to kill everybody over there before you take over their country, all right? No retreat, no surrender. So in other words, you fight until you can't fight no more, all right? Fighting spirit is something we try to instill in our Krav Maga mindset from day one. Do you agree with that principle? Okay? Of course you agree with that principle. All right? You're an intelligent guy. You know, it's not like, look, it ain't a situation where you're in the MMA ring or boxing ring or jiu-jitsu ring where the referee gonna save you. Nah, this life, okay? And not just a street fight, but this life. When do you quit in life? Never, okay? When do you quit in a fight for your life? When you're dead, and that ain't quitting, you just lost, all right? But nah, man, that's so. And I can go on and on and on and on about our principles, okay? So do you agree with the principles of Krav Maga? Here's the problem, man. Most people don't know the principles of Krav Maga. What they going by is stuff they seen on the internet or stuff they see students do, which I'll get into in a second, you know, and that's what they basing their whole opinion about Krav Maga is. But it's about principles. That's the basis of our whole system. It's a principle-based system, okay? So what about the techniques? You got to have some techniques, sir. I mean, well, this is how Ramsey Dewey talks. He talks really like he's a radio person, and actually it's kind of cool because he talked like he a radio guy, and he actually is a fighter, you know. So like I say, I like the man's channel, you know. I just don't agree with what he said, so I had to, you know, make my own little video about it. Okay, y'all check him out. All right, here go another one though. Okay, for the techniques. Krav Maga techniques. Well, let's go through, all right? I think I got my Krav Maga book over here, but I know them by heart, okay? So I teach them every day, okay? Straight punches. Do you think straight punches are good techniques? Jabs and crosses. Elbows. Do you think elbows are good techniques? Knees. Do you think knees are good techniques? Kicks. I'm doing like you can see my foot. I'm like kicking my foot up. You got me all excited over here, right? Kicks. Do you think kicks are a good technique? Okay. If you get on the ground, buck, trap, and roll, is that a good? You know jiu-jitsu. Is that a good technique? Shrimp escape, elbow escape. Are those good techniques? All right. If somebody grab you, a bat hug is basing, getting your feet planted on the ground, getting some space. Are those good techniques? That's all Krav Maga, boss. That's all Krav Maga. All right. It's the same. It's all Krav Maga. All right. Yeah. Now we can argue whether the pluck is a good technique to get out of a choke, stuff like that, because we do a lot of plucking. And if you don't know what a plucking is, you can look it up, you know. But also, no, we don't say, or at least nobody who knows what they're talking about says that we got the best techniques. That's not what we said. One of our principles, let's go backwards, right? We want to teach things that a person with little training can recall quickly in stress. Okay, so if you give them complicated moves, then they won't be able to recall them quickly in stress, and they won't be able to do them anyway. Okay, so we're trying to give you stuff that you can recall easily in stress. That might not be the best possible technique, but it's the one that's easier for you to remember, okay? Of course, that goes back to our principles, but my point is, does any of those techniques sound like they suck to you? Of course they don't, because they pretty much in everything, okay? Punch is a punch and a kick is a kick, no matter where you go, okay? So the techniques don't suck, okay? The principles don't suck. Now, what he said also, where he got this from is he said the practitioners suck, okay? Ooh, now I'm not going to disagree with you totally on that one, okay? I ain't going to disagree with you totally on that one. So what he said is he knows out of the 200 Krav Maga practitioners he know, only 2 of them are actually proficient. He probably know Amir Perez and Ron Nagash or something like that. I don't know, but he said that out of the 200 that he's met, I don't know, I guess he was counting, I don't know, but out of the 200 he met, only two of them he thought was proficient, in being able to defend themselves. Okay, so I'm gonna hang out here for a second. All right, you're probably right, Dewey, and I'm gonna tell you why. I've been to Krav Maga schools, all over, and still traveling. Okay, 80%. Just no matter what school I go to or when I go to the school. Okay, 80% of Krav Maga, you say practitioners. I don't like to call somebody Krav practitioner until they meet a certain level, okay? I just call them Kravers, all right, or Krav Maga students. Let's just say that. 80% of Krav Maga students that I have met are beginners. 80%. And I teach Krav Maga. I go to Krav Maga schools. So if I teach Krav Maga and I go to all the schools, and 80% of the people that I meet are beginners, that means pretty much 98% of the people you meet are beginners, okay? Which means then that's pretty much 298 of your people that you met suck. They were all beginners. They were all beginners. I know that because 80% of the students that I have seen are beginners, okay? And then about 10 to 15 of that may be intermediate, and very seldomly do I find somebody that is either advanced or a black belt. Very seldomly would you see somebody that's authentic brown or black belt in Krav Maga. And actually, I think that's how it should be. I think it should. I don't think you should have a lot of black belts walking around. Okay. So yes, that is true. Matter of fact, not only do are they beginners, and this is not really a good thing. So I'm gonna touch on it in a second. I'll touch on it in a second. Their instructors are beginners too. Okay, so and that's the kind of problem. So I'm gonna hang out right here just for a second, right? If you got a beginner student, right, and we're talking, and a beginner student. By the way, so what's a beginner student? We go up to level 7. Most Krav Maga schools go. I won't go through the colors, but most of them have like 7 levels. Okay, if you are level 1, level 2, or level 3 student, you are a beginner. I keep telling people, stop saying that, I hate to hear a level 3 student, we refer to a level 1 student, the beginners, because you're a beginner too, okay? Level 1, level 2, and level 3, they beginners, okay? A level 4 or level 5 student is an intermediate, okay? You're an intermediate, all right? I got some level 4 students right now that's about to test in the level 5. They still gonna be intermediates. They're intermediate, okay? When you get to level 6 and 7, you are advanced, okay? That's brown belt, black belt. You are advanced, all right? Very seldom you're gonna meet a brown belt or black belt. Then when you get to 2nd degree, that's even, oh man, you 2nd and 3rd, you probably never come across them. That's very seldom you're gonna come across, somebody that's been in it for that long. So let's go back, okay? Level 1, level 2, level 3, they are beginner students. That's pretty much what you have seen most of the time. And sometimes they're taught by beginner instructors. So what's a beginner instructor? A level 1, level 2, level 3 instructor, okay? He could be certified or she could be certified level 1, level 2, level 3 instructor, right? Matter of fact, and where at my organization, Krav Maga Worldwide, you don't even get the big boy certification until you get out of, I think it's level 3. Other than that, you have a small certification because you're not a full instructor yet. You're still training up to that. The problem is, I ain't gonna say no schools. I ain't gonna put you out there like that. But I've been to schools where the head instructor was a level 2 or level 3. Ooh. So how can you be a beginner instructor, teach a beginner student to be more than a beginner? You can't. You can't. So the instructors are beginners, okay? The head instructor, if the head instructor is a level 2 or level 3 or a beginner, how can anybody in the school not fall under that category that you said they sucked, okay? They gotta suck because the instructors, you know, as far as the martial arts world goes, they suck too because you suck if you're a beginner until you start growing. Every time you first start something, if you start playing basketball, you're going to suck until you start playing for a while. When you start doing Krav Maga, you're going to suck until you start doing it for a while, okay? So if you're a level 1, level 2, level 3 student, you haven't a 3 instructor, then you teaching, you know, only stuff that you know. That's why you got to have a head instructor that is advanced or black belt or above, okay? Only other exception, and this probably you still need to be a level 4, you know, instructor. Only other, I know I'm getting off course. I just want to, you know, put this information up there. Only exception if you are, maybe you do Krav Maga, maybe you're a level 3 Krav Maga instructor, okay? And then you become the chief instructor for some crazy reason, right? But you have experience in other things. Maybe you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu, taekwondo. Maybe you're a boxer, a MMA fighter. So you got other things in your back pocket. Then it's okay, because the chief instructor is supposed to be the baddest person on the floor. You know, at least as far as what they know. Okay, so if you got other things in your back pocket, that's okay. But if all you know is Krav Maga and you're a level 2 or level 3 instructor, then your students are not going to be no better than you are. And as far as the whole, you know, picture goes, you suck. Okay, so I don't disagree with that. Okay, that's one reason. That's one reason. I know I went on my tangent. I'm gonna put my timestamps in there. But another reason why the practitioners that you meet, you know, suck is, and you guys know the problem I'm gonna say, they don't spar. They don't spar, man. They don't. You know what? I'm gonna do a whole video on sparring. If I'm gonna look back at my notes to see if I did one before, but they don't spar. They don't spar. You know, you got to spar. All right. At some point in time, if you want to go to that next level of Krav, you know, or MMA or jiu-jitsu or boxing, you got to pressure test it. All right. You got to spar. A lot of Krav Maga students, they don't spar. All right. And I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. Right. And the third reason why probably all those practitioners that you met sucked is because of the mindset. The mindset. Okay. So a boxer, a jiu-jitsu person, an MMA, and he touched on this in this video, they have a different mindset than the average person that comes in and takes Krav Maga, okay? A boxer, MMA and jiu-jitsu, they take in boxing, MMA and jiu-jitsu, and they know that they're gonna box. They know they're going to do jiu-jitsu. They know they're going to do MMA, all right? Matter of fact, they're looking forward to it, okay? The average Krav Maga person that comes in, right, they coming in and they hope they never have to do it. So the mindset is different, okay? So you got one person who they hope they never have to use this shit, right? And then you got a person over here who can't wait to use this shit. If they play basketball, you got a person who learned how to play basketball and hope he never have to actually play basketball. This person learned how to play basketball and can't wait to play basketball. Who's going to be the better player? Exactly. So the person that can't wait to do it. Okay. Now you got some crabbers come in and they can't wait to spar. They asking me from the gate. They're like, man, do y'all spar here? They can't wait to spar. Well, they say that until they get hit. Then sometimes they go back to being a regular crabber. But some of them, even when they get hit, they're like, all right, cool. This is what's up, right? You know, you got those who can't wait to do, who hope they don't have to do it, and those who can't wait to do it. The mindset is different. Okay, so you know that don't have nothing to do with the system, Dewey. All right, Ramsey Dewey. That don't have nothing to do with the system, brother. Okay, that has something to do with the practitioners. Okay, the system is fine. The practitioners is the issue of what you had. So and he said one other thing in his video, and don't worry, I'm gonna put the timestamps in so y'all can go in, because I know I talk a lot, okay? I ain't like Ramsey. Ramsey can spit this shit out in like 10 minutes and be done. Me, I ramble, I rant. Anyway, so know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a whole nother video. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on how Krav compares to the other arts. You got boxing, you got MMA, and you got jiu-jitsu, right? I'm gonna do a whole nother video on how Krav Maga, you know, compares to them. You know, so you know, he did a video saying how does MMA compare to Krav Maga. I'm gonna do a video on how boxing, MMA, and jiu-jitsu compares to Krav Maga. So I ain't even gonna hold y'all no more. I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there, you know. And y'all go ahead to my man's channel, you know. And he got a good channel, you know. He got a lot of subscribers too. All right. I don't have no subscribers, so I hope y'all subscribe to my channel. All right. You know, subscribe to my channel, so maybe one day I get these, like I'll get as many, you know, hits and likes as he got. Okay. All right. Cool. Peace. I'm out. And I already said subscribe to my channel, so I ain't got to say it again. All right? Cool. Later. Oh, boy.